Got RIP Takeoff. RIP Takeoff. We got Liftoff, y'all. Another edition of the Self Luv Show. All right. Ink, think, song, act, community, and consciousness. The views expressed in today's pod are those of the host and guests and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any affiliates. And yes, sir, Rellyone is in the building. Our guest will be with us at about 7:25 Chicago time. Y'all, please like, share, subscribe, repost this. We got a lot to unpack. Karen, you can take it away whenever you're ready. Rellyone in the building. Big up all the sponsors.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
One of the most astonishing predictions made by Webbot came in 2009. The software forecasted a dramatic future scenario involving military engagements, a battle in the air between military forces and UFOs, inter-UFO conflict. The prediction even suggested that UFOs would engage in combat with each other. The prediction indicated that a specific trigger would set these events in motion. According to Webbot, once this trigger occurred, the predicted events would transpire just 39 days later. Like the prediction stated that 39 days after Joe Rogan interviews Donald Trump, a massive battle will take place in the skies around the world. December 3rd, 2024 is...
Studies have shown that when rats learn a new skill in one location, rats in distant, unconnected places somehow acquire the same skill without any physical interaction. Morphogenetic fields act as the conduit, carrying this information non-locally. Even more profound, these fields may be the key to understanding past life memories. If memories and experiences can be stored in an energetic field, then they could transcend lifetimes, accessible to a soul that taps into its own unique morphogenetic resonance. This challenges our traditional understanding of memory and opens up a world of possibilities about the nature of consciousness and existence.
Air quotes say get the likes up.
We are, as they say, tangled in our anchor chain. Our financial systems are decades old. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
Please
The
like, share,
charges
subscribe.
I'm going to announce, please know this. The charges themselves are not evidence. Every one that I'm going to describe today is presumed guilty until and unless they are proven guilt. Their guilt is proven by the government beyond a reasonable doubt.
My testicles, they like ease down and they put their hands right between my butt. Just pulled my drawers down and dug in my rectum.
The ringleader and now disgraced.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. Thank God we recovered his DNA and be able to plant it on the scene. Thank God we recovered his DNA and be able to plant it on the scene. And I understand they're opening up different cold cases now to see if they can identify possibly his DNA linked to other crimes.
Definitely. So, okay, I saw this video that alleged that it was you involved in this crazy ass shootout. What was that situation? Maybe it might not have been you. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't think it was me.
Okay. But that wasn't related to any of the cases that you caught? Well played. Okay. So...
It was over.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant. They're ignorant. That's ignorant. They're ignorant. That's ignorant.
That Ain't That Network. Everybody subscribe to That Ain't That Network, man. I'm telling you, those guys are putting some real conscious material out on YouTube. A lot of people aren't aware of their content, but these are some very smart people that's very conscience forward.
Hey bros, what's going on? This is Cotton. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
Look at that.
Block right here. I should call this shit no block. It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at? This what y'all wanted me in Chicago? O block right here. I should call this shit no block. It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at? Niggas ain't outside. It's only 10 p.m. Where the fuck y'all niggas at, blood?
O block right now. Where we at? Tell you something, man. This Nino Brown, man. I'm live on O block right now. Where we at? This O block. I'm from Miami. I just want to tell niggas, man, we gotta stop killing each other, man. Yeah, this shit ain't about nothing. All that killing shit, we gotta work together, man. Stop killing each other, my nigga. I had to come over here and tell niggas that shit, my nigga.
I'm right here. See where I'm at. I'm out here. Black Star Line cigars.
Stop that killing.
For grown man, on some grown man stuff. And to the PDs, stop doing that killing. Please, stop doing that killing.
And even in this instance, if I could be a service to a 9-year-old girl or a 19-year-old woman or girl who wants to be a woman, is to really remember that self-love is the best way that you can receive love from anybody else, because it's coming from you. A lot of times we forget that. We look externally for this love. We look externally for this feeling of validation and adoration and approval, and it has to come from within.
Karen, stand by. Stand by, Karen.
In entering upon this course of instruction, each of you should, so far as possible, lay aside for the time being all previous theories and beliefs. By so doing, you will be saved the trouble of trying
all the way through the show
to put, quote, new wine into old wineskins, end quote. Luke chapter 5, verse 37. If there's anything as we proceed which you don't understand or agree with, Just let it lie passively in your mind until you have enjoyed the entire show. For many statements that would at first arouse antagonism and discussion will be cleared and easily accepted a little farther on. After the show is over, if you wish to return to your old beliefs and ways of living, you are at perfect liberty to do so. But for the time being, be willing to become as a little child, for said the master in spiritual things, quote, except you become as little children. Ye shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven, end quote. Matthew chapter 18, verse 3. If at times there seems to be repetition, please remember, the Self Love Show is a lesson, not a lecture.
One minute. Yes, sir. Let's get it in the building. Hey, Karen, music, please. Appreciate you, Karen. Big ups to all the Karens in the world.
Love Show, we do it for our people. The Self Love Show is the Self Love Show, giving you more than vitamins and minerals. Food for your soul, information and plans integral to making your mind grow. With more growth and development, BS is irrelevant to the intelligent. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what we represent. It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose the unequal. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. Wordsmith 9 Mil. The Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story goes.
It's the Self Love Show. Self Love Show's in the building. Welcome to the Self Love Show on This Ain't That Network, or TATN. TATN. This is a pod where we dive extremely deep into the intersections of mind, body, spirit, and culture. This is the co-host, 9 Millie. All praise to the ancestors, the Most High. And last, but certainly not least, my late beloved Mama Sky. Big ups. In today's pod, we're not just talking ink. We're diving into a vibrant exploration of how music, words, and ink artistry, can shape and reshape the very fabric of our minds. Each medium serves as a portal. Whether it's the beat of a drum, the cadence of a well-crafted phrase, the fluid strokes of a tattoo artist's needle, or the compelling presence of a performance that awakens our inner selves and transforms our worldview. Our journey delves deep into the symbiotic relationship between art and awareness. We examine how the soul-stirring power of music can evoke memories and emotion, how language crafts narratives that build or break down barriers within us all, and how the artistry of ink captures the essence of what it means to be human. Joining us is Chicago's very own Rellyone, 1715 for the YouTube tag, whose multifaceted expertise bridges the gap between these diverse fields. with a unique perspective that fuses traditional craft with innovative approaches. This brother helps illuminate the interplay between the external expressions of art and the internal landscapes of the human psyche. Is art reflecting life, or is life reflecting art? Is consciousness reflecting life, or is life reflecting consciousness? Rellyone is a multifaceted creative visionary whose work bridges the realms of traditional tattoo art performance and introspective storytelling with an intuitive grasp of how visual, auditory, and kinetic expressions intertwine. He transforms every canvas, being skin, stage, or spoken word, into a narrative that challenges and expands our understanding of human consciousness. As we feature conversations that span both the technical artistry and the philosophical underpinnings of our creative impulses, you shall find yourself immersed in a dialogue that challenges you to question, create, and ultimately transform. So get ready to engage with the world where every sound, word, and design is part of a larger tapestry, a narrative that speaks to the power of art to reconstruct your inner reality. So whip out your self-love vision and your 10 hats. This is the Self Love Show, and this is the revolution. And the revolution will not be on YouTube. These are lessons, not lectures. We're live in living color. Today is Tuesday, 4/22/2025 at about 7:09 in the second city. And as always, you cats can be anywhere in this perfect universe. But thankfully, we all chose to be here together. Here. Together. Go Cubs. Bear down, bear down. What down, brother Wordsmith? What you manifesting today?
Love, 9. You know me. I'm manifesting love. What you manifesting?
Saying good, brother. Pure, magnificent, unfiltered, unfettered. Some say harsh, others say tough, but I can assure you it's self-love just the same, good brother.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yes, sir. What's been going on in your neck of America since we last popped out?
Man, it's been going down the whole town. The weather's been up, which brings the murder rate. And then it gets cold and people go inside. So it's a gift and a curse, the heat.
Yeah, you just got to zoom out, bro. It's all divine order. And zoom out. You know. But yeah, y'all stop the drilling. That's ultimately what it's going to come down to. That's the divine order we're trending towards. And all right, y'all, and what to expect on today's the Self Love Show. We already started out with the Self Love Show quote of the day, and then we got our Moor Growth and Development video. That's MOORGND video. That's the platform. And then we have our Tattoo Tyranny. We're going to unpack 2 short videos, and then we're going to get our honored guest in the building to unpack our topic: ink, think, song, and act, community and consciousness. Please smash that like button, share, subscribe. And then we close it out with my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's where Brother Wordsmith, he's going to tie everything up into a bit of prose, poetry, off the rip, top of the dome. So looking forward to that. But first, any announcements there, fella?
Yes, y'all. Don't stop. It's going down in the town. Y'all know what it is. Midwest Festivals presents Ancestor Echoes. Extraordinary house music glamping event. It's amazing. And right now we still got the early bird special going. So I suggest you go ahead and hit the link in the chat and go there, join the website, and check it out.
Yeah, I got an alert from a very professional alert today via email from the organization. So big ups.
What's up?
Yeah, and I want to extend a happy rolling 60s to two of my uncles. The wife's uncles are turning 60 on 5/5. And I tell them, yeah, they're rolling 60s. If I was them out there, TikTok, I'd come out there and I'd strip walk up and down 79th Street.
No, I probably wouldn't.
Come on, everybody's happy crip walking. I saw it doing on the Super Bowl. Everybody's crip walking.
Yeah, no.
Walk like you crippin'. Walk like you crippin'. All right. Any other announcements, fella? I didn't have nothing.
No. Go hit that link. Go check it out. Ancestor Echoes, Ancestral Echoes. Let's echo it. Let's get there.
All right. And there's a riddle pinned in the chat. Y'all start matriculating. Also, I did drop a link in the chat for today's poll, which we'll cover shortly. Enough of my yapping. Turn it over to this brother to handle his business.
Let's go. As you all know, we always have a very important video that I need you to watch. The Silverback Moor Growth and Development platform, which we're building the Self Love Nation off of. But before that, we always have the Self Love Show quote of the day. Art is the lie that enables us to realize the truth. Again, art is the lie that enables us to realize the truth. Pablo Picasso. Check out this right now. Silverback Moor Growth and Development platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen. And number 10, protect our women, children, and men by any and all means necessary.
100%. 100%. And big ups to Midwest Festivals, presents Ancestral Echoes. Also, Bella B Designs 365 at gmail.com if you want your swagged out shirts. And Gym Recovery, 224-588-0998 for your local Chi-Town towing needs. Jump to that. Gym Recovery. And if you missed last week's show, we had K Boom, CEO 5000, Stony Island.
Man, lots of information, bro. Lots of information.
Yeah.
Man, make sure you go check it out, for real.
Yeah, check that out, y'all. All right, we got a warm-up poll on the board here. What are you doing? Are you texting somebody right now? I've been meaning to ask you what you be doing during the show. It looks like you're playing with your phone.
Looking for Jim. Jim let me know that we said the wrong phone number last week, and I forgot to tell you about it, and I was trying to look it up.
Oh, Jim. All right. I thought it was 224-588-0998.
It's very close, but
oh boy, my bad. You guys can Google it though, and it's very close, and it'll look like that number. We'll figure that out.
I'll get it together
post show. All right. We got a poll question. Which city would you prefer to raise children in? All right. You had to choose between the three cities given. Your first option is Chi-Town, aka Chicago. All right, the Windy City. And then you got number 2, Los Angeles, the city of angels, Tinseltown, Hollyweird. And then you got the Big Apple, New York. You got I don't know, Queens, Flatbush. I don't know what's going on. And then your last option, you're unsure because you're rubbing bum on fence. All right. I'll tell you right now, Brother Wordsmith and I, we'll let you know, we'll vote during the show. But right now, for some reason, 100% of the people, no matter how cold it is, have said Chicago is where they would prefer the race with all the crime.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, it's probably Stockholm syndrome or something.
Well, a lot of our viewership is from Chicago out there. Might have something to do with it.
Think they're biased, huh?
I think they know where they live and don't know about those other places.
Yeah. All right, y'all, get it in. We'll let y'all know where we voted at the end. All right, Ink, Think, Song, and Act, Community and Consciousness. We got Rellyone in the building. Please like, share, subscribe, repost. All right, bro, did you see BFF, Best Friends for Life?
I pretty much stay unplugged, but this doesn't sound like
it's these wacky
anything that I've seen.
It's these wacky animals. They allegedly don't have a soul or a spirit, and
Yeah, we know that's not true.
12 News, fair use.
God sent that dog to rescue my son.
It is a truly remarkable story. A 2-year-old boy in northern Arizona lost in the wilderness for close to 24 hours until a rancher's dog jumped in to save him. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
And I'm Mark Curtis. The dog was out patrolling earlier this week when he found the little boy and led him to safety. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke exclusively tonight with the boy's family about this incredible rescue.
It's every parent's worst nightmare. Their young child gone, lost in the middle of nowhere until man's best friend stepped in to help.
That's literally the worst he got, and it's not even deep. Just a scuff, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you said that a rock gave that to you? Yep. Despite the scratches from Bowden's terrifying adventure just a few days ago.
But you're feeling okay now?
Yep.
Yeah? And you got some chocolate?
The 2-year-old is happy to be back home with mom and dad.
It's unreal and it's unbelievable, and it's a miracle.
With his parents, Corey and Sarah Allen, holding him tighter than ever before.
Feels like a gift from God.
On Monday, they were at their home just west of Seligman. Corey was working on the roof, and Sarah was taking care of their 1-year-old. She heard Bowden walk outside, but when she went to go get him,
And I started calling for him, and he wasn't answering.
they started searching all over their property.
It started getting more intense every minute, And so I'm just freaking out.
Calling in family to help, but still no sign of Bowden.
I looked at her dead in the eye, and I said, he's gone.
Their minds going to the worst case scenario.
The tears are still coming when we think about it.
After an hour, they called the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office to search for their 2-year-old son. But even after the sun went down, Bowden was still gone, out in the wilderness surrounded by rugged terrain and dangerous creatures like mountain lions that roam here. Did you guys get
any sleep that night? No, absolutely not. I was just crying all night. Like,
I didn't even know how to process. I looked at his empty bed in the middle of the night and I'm like, this isn't real. He's not, how is he not here? How is he out by himself somewhere in the dark, like alone? Like, how is that even real?
it's like the worst living nightmare parents could ever feel.
The massive search consisted of helicopters, 4x4s, and dozens of volunteers.
And it wasn't even a human that had protected my son.
But after 16 hours, Bowden was found 7 miles away. The hero who rescued him was this guy, Buford, who belongs to Scotty Dunton, who says Buford found Bowden sleeping under a tree and then guided him safely back to his ranch.
I feel like God sent that dog to rescue my son.
That morning, the Allens got the call they had been waiting for, saying it's nothing short of a miracle.
It's like, he's here, he's healthy, he's fine, like nothing ever happened. It just still feels like a dream.
The dream of having their son back home safe, now a reality. Never wanting to experience the nightmare of losing him ever again.
Okay.
It's never going to happen again.
And today the Allen family
right.
was able to...
All right. Yeah, you got to check on those little ones more often than I went in the middle of the night and realized he's not even in bed asleep. Thought he had put himself to bed already.
She said that she heard him go out the door. And I mean, how?
Yeah.
And the father was working on the roof, so I guess she thought he was watching him. But I mean, shit, you hear him go out the door, you gotta be. It's a 2-year-old. You gotta go out there and be like, hey, wait, hey, come back in.
Yeah, and you'd think Department of Children and Family Services would have got involved if that same scenario happened somewhere in the community.
Yeah, you already know. Seven miles away.
All right, we got one more to show y'all, and then we'll get the guests in the building.
7 miles away.
Yeah, that little boy's
nuts.
He's blessed though,
completely.
Well, a life-changing lottery win for a Central Coast man. A man who was homeless won $1 million on a scratcher he bought at a San Luis Obispo liquor store. The store owner says the man initially thought he won $100,000 until he pointed out, hey, you actually won $1 million.
Oh,
the
he'll be
owner
broke
says he
soon.
will use the money to buy a home and a car. I mean, talk about right on time.
Wow.
That's just an incredible story.
That's a lucky break, right?
Good for him. I hope that someone will help him manage that money too, so he can make sure it lasts as long as possible and it doesn't get spent all at once, because that could provide him obviously with some great security.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah,
they don't care about that, but out there,
that's a whole lot of issues. He thought he only had 100 stacks. Boy, he's gonna be broke so fast. My advice to him, people be like, I'll keep working when they win certain amounts. He should definitely keep shaking the can out there. And if you're out there listening to me, if I was you, I'd be out there still shaking that can. Yeah, I won that money. I'm the one who won that money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And
he's gonna give that money away.
Yeah, otherwise he's gonna lose it all. Keep doing what you're doing out there, shaking that can, living in your tent, keeping your overhead low. You know what I mean? And that way you'll never be broke. What's your take on that before we move forward?
Yeah, he's gonna be broke. I mean, if he doesn't learn something about finances or something, people that live unfortunate lives usually are very generous when they get something. So take care of yourself for as long as you can, and don't give it away.
Generous and naive.
Yeah, because it's not $1 million. Actually, it's probably gonna be closer to 500,000.
Maybe you should stand out there and pass dollars back out to everybody that you remember that was, passing you dollars. I don't know. There's a lot that could happen in my mind. All right.
Broke if he does that.
Congrats, though. Inc. Think. Yeah, everybody be pulling up. I give you money every day. Song and act, community and consciousness, y'all. All right. The riddle. I'm born when you act, whispered in moments you think, cast an ink on your skin and in each musical link. I dance through your words, fuel each performance with fire. What creative force fuse your soul's desire? Brother Wordsmith doesn't even have a guess. It's all right.
Let's see.
Enough of the appetizers out there, fella.
Let's quench the self-love nation's thirst.
All right, Karen, we got a promo video. And then we'll get everything running. Without further ado, they're not from over east.
No.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the answer to that, you guys. Big ups to Brother Wordsmith. Yep. He did it again. And next week, bro, actually, Karen, we got a video. You guys, our guest coming in next week, actor. We got this guy next week.
She ever wanted, but you wanted something I couldn't get. So you're taunting me with arguments. None of this is making sense. Pick your side of the fence. Michael Jack, this is it. I talked to your mother, but she don't know you. They tell me that's the difficult to go through. I guess the truth is they'll take it back, take it back, take it back. Damn. Try to give you what you need, but take it back, take it back, take it back. I hear your friends are saying things, I know your family's talking now.
All right. That is
welcome. See, you got to unmute.
What's going on, my brother?
What's going on? Welcome. Unmute you. You're on mute.
All right, hold on. Probably gotta leave and come back, huh?
He's still muted.
Yeah, you're still muted. So if it's not unmuting, it might be
even come back and then see if we can get you.
Yeah, bro. I say pop out and pop back in. When you come in, it's probably with your settings when you hop in. Allow what is it? Allow cell phone or something.
Yeah, the sound.
Yeah. All right. Well, in the meantime, I'll tell y'all why we do this here. We do this show, for the fallen, such as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, those with lesser of a voice, i.e. George Floyd, right? With copper colored first. You saw the Moor Growth and Development platform that we're standing on. And then we're here to chronicle our story. Hey, can the co-host please do the tech stuff going on the side? And come on. We're here to chronicle our story to rival his story. And then we've got our voice for our progeny. Those who come behind us will be able to hear us, years from now. And speaking about things as they are. All right, let's see here. Let's see if we can get this brother working here. Yeah, that's better. Still can't get the volume. I can't get the volume here.
All right, you might have to go to the main screen, and it should be a camera thing and a mic.
Let me see.
I turned it off, but we all
There we go.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Gotcha.
Welcome. Thank you so much for doing
Nothing
this.
good comes easy, Sheesh, what's the deal?
Much appreciation for doing this, and welcome to the Self Love Show.
Thank you for having me, man, for sure. Appreciate you for doing it, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Appreciate you. We honored to have you, bro. I wanted to ask you, man, what made you pop out to LA?
So I've been coming out here since I was 17, really, back and forth.
Uh-huh.
And then once I started doing some music and rap band type situation with my homie Chef Sean. That's who I'm with right now, actually. And I came out here and I stayed out here for 7 years, and I just fell in love with LA because you can, you get it popping. So I've been in Chicago doing my tattoos and raising my kids and all that. And then when you really want to get in, you want to lock in, you got to get away sometimes. And for me, LA is a place I can get away and still feel at home and be comfortable and be creative and all that good stuff that I need, So that's why I'm here.
100%, bro. All right, we always start out, bro, with some questions we ask every guest. It's from our Moor Growth and Development platform. So, where were you born and raised, and how do you feel like that experience helped shape you become the person that you are today?
All right, born and raised, and what? And say again, how did that? Hold on
How
one
did
second.
that experience help shape?
I think they didn't know I was. Hey, yo, I'm on. He said, "It's all good though." But so born and raised, and what?
And then how did that experience, how you came up, shape you to who you are now?
All right, yeah, I thought that was. I just wanted to be sure, but born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, South Side, mostly Hyde Park area, Bronzeville, and also lived over East. Shit, I lived all over Chicago, to be honest. And the way that shaped me to be the artist and the person that I am today is mostly when I think about it. Times are probably a little different than they are now than they were then. But I was fortunate enough to go to a performing arts school where I learned just mad creative stuff, ballet, tap, piano, art, all kinds of shit like that. And I happened to live on the west side of Chicago. I was a shorty at that time. I was in the hood, but I was going out of the hood and I was learning all that, all that art, and it stuck with me. And then, from then I met so many different people and different creatives, and I was able to just do what came naturally to me. So that helped me become who I am and do what I do right now.
So what part of the west side, like Lawndale?
No, I lived in I think they call it the Village or something like that. It's around Little Italy.
Yeah.
It's 14th and something.
Yeah,
Roosevelt area.
Yeah, because I came up like you, like some West Side, Hyde Park, some over East, South Shore. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I asked you.
Exactly. Yeah, I was all over East.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, I was all over East, for sure. From 67 to 75th South Shore Drive.
Yeah. That's where Brother Wordsmith is now, over East, over around that way.
Yeah, right off Jeffrey.
I feel like we met before.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get into and I'm just not I don't know if this is bad about me or not, but I just don't remember some things. We have to be in a situation and I capture it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, never forget this. You know what I'm saying? But in passing, sometimes I just don't get it. But when I hear that name, I'm like, I know that name. I know who that is.
100%. Which of the following would you prioritize to heal our culture, bro? Which of the following would you put number one between spirituality, mindfulness, education, health, or capitalization? Meaning, getting it bag.
Oh, which would I put first?
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yes, sir.
I think spirituality has to. I didn't have to think too hard. As soon as I heard spirituality, though, because everything else, kind of comes after that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in the spiritual realm to kind of even want to explore all those other realms to get to the end. You know what I'm saying? If you start anywhere first, it's like going ABC backwards or start in the middle and something like that, but you have to start at A to get to Z, so I would start with spirituality because you have to be spiritual in order to want to change and make change and be able to make change. You have to be spiritual.
We started. We all started with spirituality, and this physical stuff is just a cloth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you have to start there.
Did you go to William H. Ray School by chance, bro? Ray School 57? Yeah.
No, I didn't go to Ray. I went to Franklin Fine Arts Center. So like when I was on the west side, I was going up north on Sedgwick and Evergreen to Franklin Fine Arts Center. That's where I started acting and dancing and music, art and singing and all that stuff.
Yeah, he came up like Pop. You know what I'm saying?
The heart of Old Town. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not exactly, but exactly. a lot like
right.
nigga though, for sure.
Hey, last question in this segment, bro. Unpack reparations in your mind. Unpack reparations. And bro, we don't debate on this show. This is your voice, hopefully, man, like maybe your kids can sit here and watch this, 200 years.
For sure. Unpacked reparations. Is that something that I would want to say about the subject? Like, what do I think about? Do I have any?
Yeah. What's your take on reparations? I should say for
I have a
descendants
song
of
called.
slavery.
I have a song called "Give Me a Meal," right? And it's on YouTube. Give Me a Meal, and that song is actually called reparations. It's like in parentheses reparations, and I feel like we definitely deserve some fucking reparations. And we worked for it, and the rations that we've been given don't even, begin to break the cycle that we were put in, the tailspin that we've been in for all these years. So I'm all for reparations. I think that we need a chance to develop more education and health and activities, and I really think creativity has been stifled, and that's heavy. So Wolfie, stay away from there. I'm telling you, they've been looking at you all day. It's the little French bully messing with the cane corpse. Yeah,
he don't probably don't want to do that.
They're in different spaces too, but yeah, they keep going by the gate, like testy. The neck comes out of there. We don't condone any type of violence here. But yeah, reparations is definitely a need, and we should get it through. I think we should get it through the educational system. I think the educational system should be kind of restructured, and through that funding and we used to have activities like YMCA's and like little places we could go to learn.
Yeah.
Stay away from it. Places we could go to learn things and get away from things, whatever we need. And we don't have those anymore, and I don't hear anybody talking about them either. So I would they don't want to give us all a check for $50,000, or 100 bands or something, because that we don't know what that would do. But having access to money, having access to banks, doing it, following the proper channels and all that, I think we deserve reparations for sure.
Yeah, and it could be something like 10 stacks a month into perpetuity.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean?
That too.
10 stacks every month into perpetuity.
I like that. I like that too, because it's not enough to kill you, but it's enough to build you.
Man, we'd be like, man, you better stop eating all that fat back, because you know what I'm saying? You got 10 stacks a month coming. The longer you live, the longer you can invest it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's not enough to kill you, but it's enough to build you.
100%. 100%. All right, bro. I'm gonna run a quick video right quick. This for y'all so y'all can know who we got in the building.
Have you seen a couple?
Yeah, I have.
Well,
but
this all surprise to me, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna pull up that one you was just talking about.
Oh, this one. Oh, okay. Wow. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, Joe? Man. What's up, man? Can I talk to him, man? Look, he know I'm good for money, man. He know I'm gonna give him his money. Hey, what's up, Green Pea? You see this, man? This my little brother. He on my family, man. Can I talk to him? You coming home for dinner tonight?
Maybe, man. Look, what's up? You gonna hook me up, man?
Mama sure would like to see you, and you know that they be special.
Well, maybe I'll come, but for now, get out of here. Come on, man. Monday, okay? I'm gonna give him his proper. You know it too, man. What's up? You gonna hook me up, man? Man, you been knowing me ever since, man, we was shorty. Hey, man, come here.
Hey man, come here.
All right.
That's funny.
Yeah, he been getting this brother been getting his chops on. He been getting his chops on for a minute.
That's hilarious.
For a whole minute, bro.
Yeah, a whole minute, a long minute.
Man.
So before we shift into that, Brother Wordsmith got a couple questions for you, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the ink a little bit.
Okay.
Because I see that's like all over your IG, you know, as well. So
yeah,
do your research.
Once again, appreciate you so much for doing this. But how
Yeah, I
old were
appreciate
you
y'all
when how old were you when you did your first tattoo, and what was it?
Wow. I was in my 30s, I think, when I first did a tattoo. And my first tattoo, it's a funny story too, which is crazy. The first tattoo I did was I kind of lied and told somebody I did tattoos. Like, it's in passing. I was walking. They're like, "What you been up to?" And I was like, "Oh, I've been tattooing," but I was actually just thinking about tattooing because one of my friends started tattooing.
I need a tattoo right now, and I'm drunk. You know
And
what
that's
I mean?
exactly what
Oh my
exactly
God.
what the dude said.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I got $100. I'm trying to get a little like these little touch ups or something." I was like, "Ding!" I was like, "Ching!" So I
Yeah.
called my homie up. And I was like, "Yo, I got a client." Like the first thing, he's like, "A client? Like for what?"
What?
First thing was like, "I got a client." He's like, "A client for what?" I was like, "I have a tattoo client. I need you to show me how to tattoo in 30 minutes type shit." This is a true story. And he's like, "All right, I guess, you know." And you know, I'm a natural man. If I try it, I'm gonna do my job, you know, I'm gonna do it pretty good. So I get over there an hour or so before this dude. And he shows me the ropes, so to speak. And this dude comes over, and I start tattooing this guy. Now he's from jail. He's getting something fixed on his back that he got in jail.
And he's from jail. Kids
Yeah, he
don't
wants
try.
his daughter.
Kids
And
don't
I
try this
hadn't
at
really,
home.
like,
But
hung out with him. I didn't really know him. I knew his cousin. I didn't know him.
Fake it till you make it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. But you better fake it good. But so he wanted like 3 different types of tattoos, and that day, I started tattooing on this dude, right? And everything's going smoothly. And then my homie leaves because he cuts hair too. So he's like, "I got to go cut a head. I'll be back. Just keep doing what you're doing." And I keep doing what I'm doing. And then I just did some little adjustment with the tattoo gun. And I didn't know anything about a gun. I don't think I had even did practice skin because I've only done that once and I already knew how to tattoo and I did that. So anyway, I'm doing this, and then the needle starts getting longer and longer. This dude started bleeding out of his bag. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I call my homie, "Why'd you leave me, man? This dude's bleeding out of his back. The tattoo needle's going crazy." He's like, "All right, do this. Put some numbing cream on him and chill and just relax. I'll be back in a minute." So I hadn't fucked up anything, you know. I hadn't fucked up anything, luckily. You know, it wasn't like a zigzag or it wasn't fucked up, but it was like bleeding, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. And so he came back. I finished the tattoo. I finished that tattoo. I finished his name for his daughter, a new one, new tattoo. I did something else. He was happy. He gave me my money. He never knew that was my first time doing a tattoo until I saw him. And he came to me after that, numerous times after that. And I didn't tell him
he was
until years
repeat
later. I'm like, "Hey,
business,
this is
huh?
my first tattoo."
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
came back after that.
wild.
Yeah, he came back, and unfortunately, rest in peace to that guy. He was my first client that died too.
Oh,
On
wow.
the street, like street violence type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, hey.
Yep. So
Hey, he was probably like compared to those Indian ink
the jail
prison
tattoo.
tats I was
Yeah.
getting. He was like, man,
Yeah.
that was perfect.
That was mild. It's all right.
Yeah. And look, the one on his back was, you know, I got away with that one because it was a fix up and anything was better than what had happened. And then, but the one on the front, when his new daughter, I had to show up. So at that point, though, I had learned, you know, and I put my foot down and I did my shit, and he kept coming back. So yeah, and I was tattooing ever since then. It's probably been like 13 years now. I probably had about, I don't know how many clients, you know, thousands of clients, and
that's
made
crazy.
a lot of money tattooing. So it came out of necessity more than me wanting to do it.
What a coincidence, huh? You know, that was such happenstance that this guy, I was, you know, on my way. I got the cash right here. All right, but
Yeah,
go ahead,
yeah.
Self.
Yeah, that is an incredible story.
And it's true. It's so true, man.
What should someone know about tattoos before they get their first one?
Before you get your first tattoo, I think you should really think about it. You should make it something that means something to you, special to you. You should look into allergens, and see if you're allergic to inks or possibly or anything, which most of the time you're probably not. And you should find a good tattoo artist who you can see does the good work and have clean hygiene, and they know the ropes. Just don't be like my boyfriend did it, and then you go to somebody and then you come out with that shit. And you be coming to me,
Right.
Right.
paying twice as much. So know your tattoo artist. And know the questions to ask, and they should tell you stuff too, on how to keep it up when you're leaving.
So they should have like some references, at least from,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they want something custom out of their head or something like that,
Yeah.
then you go to references, and then I'll go reference 3, 4, 5 other ones and find something in between and give you that.
Right.
Because I don't want to just copy any tattoo, unless you really specify, like, just copy. I want this. I don't think any artist would like to just copy some shit, stencil and color in and fill in. If you're a real artist, you're like, no, I'm changing something.
100%.
Something's gonna be mad.
100%.
Yeah.
For sure, I get that. That's straight up. And that's right up this alley.
That's
How
funny.
do
You
you
pulled that-
approach? How do you approach designing tattoos that reflect both an individual's personal journey and the deeper universal aspects of human consciousness?
Oh wow. Well, so I'm a naturalist, right? So I it's all about like feeling, energy, the vibes, and then you ask a person what they like, and then you see what's in them, and then you look for something that puts that in a picture, and then you come up to an agreement, and then you create something that's meaningful to them, that sends something out, a message to the world that creates an energy for them, that gives back an energy for them.
Have you ever had somebody like describe something to you and then you were able to draw it or sketch it? And
I'm
then they're
sure.
like, man, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Have you ever
I'm
had
sure.
that?
I'm sure that I've done that, but it's kind of like if somebody tells me something, then I start drawing it, and I give them what they want, it still won't be exactly what they thought it would be, because they drew it in their mind before I saw it. But once I draw what I draw, they change their mind and go with what I drew and say, that's what I wanted.
So it's similar. Me and your cousin Tasia, like we produced some plays I had written right here in LA. And I would have in my mind a character, right? And say if the character was based off you, somebody could come in and just completely nail it, right? And then somebody else could come in, ask a couple questions, do it another way, and it's just as beautiful, if not more beautiful, than what I had in mind, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's dope.
It seems like you're an empath, brother.
Sure.
Yes, you seem.
I mean, I think we all are, but sometimes we just
100%.
don't keep our receptors open to receive and understand. A lot of people, my name is Rellyone, so you got my whole name up there, but it's cool because I see the whole name like shit. But the acronym for my name is realize every life is ours, understand everybody's struggles. So Rellyone, people used to ask me what my name stood for, so I had to come up with some shit. And so I had to think about myself and what it meant to me, and the fact that I understand that we all struggle, we're all the same, and we need to understand that about each other. And when you understand that about each other, it's really easy to understand people, regardless to all kinds of situations. You can understand people when you are the people. You feel like the person. You can understand that person. So my music actually reflects that too.
So the song after the one that was playing, Goodbye. Goodbye is about a relationship. The one that you're playing. It's about, and that's a true story pretty much about me, leaving my family situation. It was years ago, but it was, it was hard. I wrote about it. It's called Goodbye. The other song is called Your Song.
Hold on. Great segue, because that's exactly where I'm at. Your song. This is my shit too.
This song is, I wrote that true story. I wrote that about a person, and then I added everybody else in it. It was so deep. I couldn't even record that song for years. I cried every time I fucking started singing. I couldn't even record it. Like, for real. It was deep. It was deep for me because I feel like I didn't write it.
Right.
But I did write it. But I feel like I
know
did.
that feeling.
You know what I mean? Like, God gave me that song, for real.
That's what we're gonna
So
get into. Well, hold on, hold it right there. We're gonna get into that. I want to get into that.
She was a beautiful girl with big dreams of seeing the world and high hopes for the days to come. And a problem she ain't worried about none. So she bought a ticket for out of town. Said she gone west, Hollywood bound. She setting forth to live her dreams, and I know she gon' make it. I sing her song. I know she gon' make it. I sing her song. Yeah. Listen. He was a managed kid, always in trouble for the things he did. He was growing up in a neighborhood where you gotta be bad but wanna be good. See, he loved to play some basketball, and the prettiest girls.
All right, y'all gonna have to go to his channel to hear the rest.
To hear the entirety.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But
that's a beautiful. No,
get away from them, boy.
It's a beautiful song. Did you write it to the track, or did you have already wrote it before you heard the track?
I wrote it to the track. I had the track for years too, which was crazy. It was like a throwaway track for me. And sometimes you get to the bottom of the barrel, or you should go look and do the crates. And I heard that song, and the words just came. Like, I don't remember writing it. I do remember writing it only because the second verse actually kind of happened. It was like a true story. It's about a real person, 98% real. So I couldn't believe that. Like, I got that song. Like, it came. I heard it. It just popped in my head. I didn't have to, but it took me a long time to sing it. Like, I couldn't sing it because it was sounding too good. It was like, you know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, I'm not tooting my own horn or anything. Like, I'm glad to have written it and been able to even sing it or hit the notes or any of that. Because I feel like I didn't write that song. So that's why I called it Your Song, not my song.
Man, he's
these are the kind of conversations you have when I'm tattooing people.
yeah, man. And these are the conversations, man, we should be having, man, because I don't know. There's a lot here, man, and we should be spending a lifetime having these types of conversations.
Yes, we should. Unfortunately, I do with my friends, like, all the time. Like, I appreciate that so much too, because I wonder if the younger kids are having these conversations with each other, like the real life conversations, the real spiritual conversations that you shouldn't be afraid to talk about, when you have to realize that inside this the shell is a spirit, which drives us and connects us and brings us together for good or bad. And we need to talk about it so that we understand who we're dealing with. Because some people can't read people. Some people don't know.
7 out of 10 people you ask, if they're being honest with you, if they ever had a supernatural, paranormal, miracle, or UFO, some type of experience like that, 7 out of 10 will say yes. And now here's what's funny. 7 out of 10, if you ask them, would they rather have the red pill, meaning the truth, or the blue pill, and stick with the indoctrination? 7 out of 10 chooses the blue pill. So
That's weird. Yeah. And
Doesn't make sense.
A lot of why we even
No.
got this show is kind of what you described and spoke on. I mean, it's these conversations that I was having with this brother that I was like, God damn, we need a podcast, like way before we actually did it. Because I mean,
y'all was just sitting there like this. Hey, that would be
man,
pretty much.
Yeah, but
you know,
we need it though. You know what I'm saying? It's needed. That's why I'm here now. I got mine. I'm like this. Come on, because I've been doing the same thing, and I'm saying we need to talk about it. I'm happy to share and talk about it. And speaking on that, yeah, of course, I think a lot of people have had that experience. I'm one of them. To be honest, so I share that. My kids know, everybody. I don't even.
Okay, I got a question though. When you
know what I'm saying? Like,
when you're doing art, when you're creating, right? Whether it's a picture, right, or a song, it's for you too, wordsmith. How do you? What's the difference between? All right, first off, the question is: do you see a vision in your head, or do you like when it's a song? Do you hear it, or do you know what I mean? Is it something? It's like you're pulling out, like you're
just
pulling
kind
it
of
out of
asking
a
me how
womb.
do I create?
Yeah,
Whatever?
yeah.
Honestly, I pull it. Honestly, I just go to a place in myself where I'm just the most natural, the most vulnerable, the most accepting, the less judging, like just open to what God gonna give me for whatever the situation is, whether I'm drawing or painting or playing guitar or skating or flipping or driving or anything. I just have to go to my natural resource, and that's where I draw all my creativity from. All of it, like
So
whatever I
it's
do.
more like it's more like you're pulling it out of a womb as opposed to creating it and pushing
Yeah,
it
like I'm
into
being fed by my creator.
Yeah.
Type of situation. And then
Yeah.
I'm able to regurgitate some shit.
Tune into it, fine tune it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. It comes through me, like we eat something and then it goes through the digestive system and then you have that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I create. You come up with the product after you
Yeah.
eat. You know what I'm saying? And I start at
So you're probably getting
when
a
it comes to
frequency.
eating, when it comes to that.
Yeah, you're probably getting a frequency, and then you're able to
own it,
retransmit that frequency into this realm.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, which is you have to be able to tune out to tune in.
How do you
have to be able to tune out to tune in.
How do you differentiate between the ones that you put out there and the ones you don't? Like the one you said that one track was just sitting there laying fallow, man.
Yeah.
First time
Those
I
are
heard
like
that track, I was
appetizers.
like, man, I'd jump all over that track. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It's like those are like appetizers, honestly, to me. Like those are like little things to throw out and like, oh shit, okay, like, that's decent. You know what I'm saying? But I have a whole entree of music that I feel like is even more impactful than that I'm putting together. That's why I'm here too right now, putting together that package so that I can present one product with the whole feeling, with a whole vibe that it's just like a day in the life or a life in the life. My songs are like my music, everything I do, I try to just be natural in it, but my songs for sure, when you listen to them, I think you get to know me through that music. You have to get to know me. And that's the reason me and acting is two different things. When I'm acting, I'm doing somebody's script, and that's what they wrote. That's the character they want me to be. And sometimes people get lost in that character, Tupac, and that was why you said that earlier. Like, but some people get lost in that actor realm, And
Mm-hmm.
I don't like being an actor. I like being real. So my name is Rellyone. So it's hard for me to be, I'm a real nigga. Like I have to be real. So my music was real. My words are mine, and my notes that I play on the guitar, to me, it's all me. And I needed that. I needed that. When you give away yourself in little increments like that, play a crackhead 5 times. Now people think you're a crackhead. You
Yeah.
you have to do something on
Yeah.
the other side to be like, nigga.
Well, yeah, we all get those masks. It's not just actors though. We get
No.
into realms where, you know what I mean? When now I'm in this realm.
Yeah.
So and something's got a
Yeah.
hold of you where it's looping self and you're in
Yeah.
this realm over and over. It's like
Career, career if outside
Yeah.
of your creative endeavors where you make some money at can really
Yeah.
be a loop. You can
I
get
try
locked
to
in.
combine all that.
Yeah.
I try
you
to
ask.
combine it all. Like,
Go ahead, bro. My bad. Go
no,
ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm talking over y'all.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, I try to combine all of that because that's what you're most comfortable with. Just when you can do you and still support your family. Like the tattooing actually helped me with that too. Once I took a step down from acting and started doing my music, music don't pay unless you're playing all night. But it was different. It was different for me. So I had to get another route. So I'm been a salesman and shit. I worked for Prada and Gucci and Macy's. I could sell water to a polar bear, ice to a motherfucking. What I'm saying? I could sell shit, but I was like, you can do this for yourself too. So tattooing came in. It was just really out of necessity. I saw I could make money. And I hate to say it like that because somebody told me before I even started, they were like, you should do tattoos. And I was like, fucking tattoos. Like I'm not even into that. You know what I'm saying? And it became my life at some point. I got real passionate about it.
Who was that
Opened a shop.
somebody? Do you remember?
That was my first. That was my kid's mom, my daughter's mom. She told me that.
Yeah, because it could be a past life regression, bro. You were probably in the tribe, bro, putting ink on people. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Because that's pretty random.
And honestly, the passion that I got from it was like no other. Like I hadn't been that passionate about something since acting or dancing or like being on stage or that kind of adrenaline.
Right.
But every day, you know what I'm saying? But every day, like all day, like that shit was a rush.
To
You know
get
what I'm
better
saying?
and
Being
better
able
and
to,
better.
Hey, Juju. Yeah,
Hey,
thanks.
Hey, well, go ahead, man.
Thanks,
we about to take a 6-minute break, bro. All right. So
okay, cool.
Stretch your legs. We're gonna take a 6-minute
We still
break.
on though, right?
Yeah, we still on. We got more
I hope y'all
questions.
ain't done talking to me because I ain't done it. I ain't
Oh,
done talking to y'all.
Nowhere near.
we got a lot more left, bro.
All right, for sure. 6 minutes. That's perfect timing for me.
Yeah.
Yes,
right,
sir.
let's see. We'll just stop your video and mute you.
Good. That's what I was doing. Good. Beat me to it.
All right, cool.
Great job, Karen.
Yeah, Karen. Hold up.
Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people. The Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. To expose it.
There's no equals.
The Self Love Show. The Self Love Show.
Tory Wordsmith, 9 Mills.
The Self Love Show.
You know how the story go. It's the We got one of the gems, y'all. Yo, check him out. Expanding our consciousness along with us. Ink, think, song, and act. Community and consciousness. Rellyone. It's a blessing. Y'all know what it is. Got some great videos for your edutainment. Before you know it, we will be right back at you.
There is, in fact, in reality, only one mind or spirit, which is life, intelligence, and so forth, in the universe. And yet there is a sense in which we are individual or separate, a sense in which we are free wills. And not puppets. Man is made up of spirit, soul, and body. Spirit is the central, unchanging I of us. Part that since infancy has never changed, into all eternity never will change. That which some persons call mortal mind is the region of intellect where we do conscious thinking and our free wills. This part of our being is in constant process of changing. I'll be black. In our outspringing from God into this material world, spirit is inner, one with God. Soul is the clothing, cloth, as it were, of the spirit. Body is the external clothing, cloth of the soul. Yet all are in reality one, the composite man, as steam, water, and ice are one, only in different degrees of condensation. In thinking of ourselves, we must not separate spirit, soul, and body, but rather hold all as one, if we would be strong and powerful. Man originally lived consciously in the spiritual part of himself. He fell by descending into his consciousness to the external or more material part of himself. Mortal mind, the term so much used, so distracting to many, is the error consciousness, which gathers its information from the outside world through the five senses. It is what Paul calls the mind of flesh, in contradiction. But the mind of the spirit, which is the ability to still the carnal mind and let the spirit speak within us, that's life, that's peace. The spirit within you is divine mind, the real mind. Without it, the human mind would disappear. Just as a shadow disappears when the real thing which cast it is removed. If you find this subject of human mind and universal mind puzzling to you, do not worry over it. Just drop it for a time, and as you go on with the lessons, you will find that someday an understanding of it will flash suddenly upon you with perfect clearness. There are today two classes of people, so far as mentality goes, who are seeking deliverance out of sickness, trouble, and unhappiness by spirit. For if you are one who seeks and expects to get any realizing knowledge of spiritual things through argument or reasoning, no matter how scholarly your attainments or how great you are in worldly wisdom, you are a failure in spiritual understanding. You are attempting an utter impossibility, that of the crowding the infinite into the court measure of your own intellectual capacity. The natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, and he cannot know them, because they are spiritually judged. Yeshua, Elohim, Shalom, Yo.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great format, very solid. You know, it don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the Black community, for real. Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro.
They so ignorant, man.
Ignorant.
They're so
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to
to the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Illinois.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
It's
made
for you and me.
It's made for you.
The
You
crazy.
ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Yes, y'all. It don't stop. Self Love Show.
Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. It's the Self Love Show. To expose they don't equal. The Self Love Show. The
Self Love Show. Story Wordsmith 9 Mills. You know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show. We're back. Man, did y'all check them video out? Did y'all hear 9 Mills fit that ish? Man, did it reach your spirit and soul like it reached mine? I know for sure how it goes down. Ink, think, song, and act. Community and consciousness with our special guest. And man, he's helping expand all of our consciousness.
Yes, sir.
100%. It's the Self Love Show. You know how the story go. All right,
I like
bro.
that picture y'all showed over there, man, with me. It looks like I'm whatever I'm saying at that moment on that pic.
You're in it. That's for sure.
I'm in it, man.
They all feel it. That's for sure.
He probably getting some feedback too from the crowd.
The photographer felt it. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, shit.
Man. Yeah. He was
Wait a
great
minute,
guy. John. Yeah.
because that's his art."
tattooed him
He's
too.
like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah.
Yes.
He caught great shots. I tattooed him too. I caught a memory on him too. I tattooed that man too. It's so funny, man. I look around sometimes. I'll be in a place and then people, I look around and I'm like, I tattooed everybody in this room, and that's crazy to me. I look around, yeah. Damn.
Hey, so I get the feeling that the music journey started early in your life. Where'd you get that from? How did it get started and why?
Wow. Yeah, that goes back with breathing. Like walking. Like, so my mom is a singer right now. She has an awesome song right now too called "Something Good." It's on YouTube. It's dope. And so she started off singing. And my uncle used to sing with her, which is your wife's dad. And they used to sing together. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they used to sing together. And he thought he was Smokey Robinson. And she was like, she was like Diana Ross or something. She was good. He thought he was Smokey Robinson. But rest in peace, Uncle Joe. My homie. For real. But
Yeah,
so I used to watch him all the time.
R.I.P. Joe. And
yeah, Uncle was the coolest, man. Definitely one of the coolest ever. So I used to watch them and sit there while they was singing and having fun and whatever. And I don't even think I knew I could sing, really, to be honest, until I went to that school and I started doing chorus. And started singing in the chorus, in the choir, actually. Now, the chorus was like church. I wasn't in church. It was a choir. Singing in choir and traveling with the choir in school and leading in that. And I always hid that talent. It was like a talent I had that I never told nobody about. It was like only at school did I do that. Then I'd be rapping at home,
Okay.
So, but my mom at some point married one of her high school friends who was a songwriter. Singer-songwriter, and he played guitar and he wrote songs and he wrote for Motown, he wrote for like Rolls Royce, and he had like a group and he had some music on the radio, like so it inspired me. He bought me my first guitar, shit like that. So taught me like that I could hit high notes, like just shit like that, like just think about it and do it, like shit like that, and really instilled that in me just naturally. I was acting too at that time, actually. At some point it like kind of overlapped and I was doing both. But the music definitely came from my mom and my stepdad, mostly because like Rest in peace to Marvin too. Yeah, he had a group called 21st Century. They had a song called Remember the Rain.
Yeah.
They sounded like the Jackson 5. And that song went TikTok viral like shortly before he passed, which was, he got to see a little bit of it, but yeah, so that's the reason I think everything is connected. I think everything is connected. I think that you have to pay attention to it, and the opportunities that'll get you closer to that mark, you know, you should be aware. So when Tasia was like, you should do, you know, Mills got a joint, you should, and I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Here you go, bro.
You know where that came from.
Off of that one beat. I was like, let's do it, and had no idea really but honestly, one of the best interviews I've done so far. You know, the questions are great because it makes me think and really get a chance to say how I feel about my music and my art and why it is what it is. You know?
Yeah, because it comes from the soul. You said your mom's song is Something Good. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
What's her
her name is
name?
Gloria. Her name is Gloria. So it's like Something Good and just type Gloria. It should pop up.
All right.
Yeah, because we need to, you know.
I should be so happy that maybe she's watching. Maybe she'll see it and she knows I shouted her out.
Hey, she gonna know because people watching this.
Yeah, no, it's so good too because it's inspirational. It's not gospel, but it's inspirational for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I love inspirational music because you know why else do it if it doesn't inspire something good? You know.
Facts. That's what I'm looking for, bro. Hold on. Something Good. Gloria. What's the second name? Hicks. Okay, I should have known that. Yeah.
The Hickses. You should have known that.
Okay, yeah, I got it. All right, let's see.
Yes, sir.
That's dope. Yep, that's it. So don't laugh at the video. I actually put this together for her in like 15 minutes. I give her something with her video.
Something good is gonna happen when sincere praises go up, blessings come down. Something good is gonna happen.
This is dope.
When sincere praises go up, blessings come down. Just like the snow mixed with rain, pour down from heaven to earth in abundance. God wanna bless us who love Him and believe He's a generous rewarder to those who stand fast in their faith, diligently seeking His face. I'll be expecting Jesus blesses. His words will forever remain in me. Something good.
There's my mom.
I tell you what, bro, I'm adding that to my inspiration. I got an inspiration playlist I listen to every morning. I'm adding it. Man, yeah, that song, I felt it healing me, bro. It was healing me, bro.
I
love that.
I feel like I've done live sound for her at some point. I don't know if she was leading. I've done a lot of live sound engineering.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah,
a lot. Like
no, I think we've worked together before too. I'm not
since '96.
We've worked together before.
Yeah,
sure.
I believe. So I didn't know your name to be what it is.
Yeah, I probably had a different name, and then I've changed 3 times.
Yeah,
they're all been.
He's a name changer too. All right.
Yeah, you know, when you grow, you show. You know.
Yeah.
It's always extension.
Well, when you get a name like 9 Mills, it just you know what I mean. That was gonna go from, you know.
I like
ever.
That. I like that. Yeah, I like
What
that. I like that.
what artist? I appreciate you. What artist influenced you most?
Oh wow. I do have a couple core artists that influenced my whole thing. I'm gonna start with. I don't know why I start with them, but I'm gonna have to start with them because this is where my songwriting really came from. Before I studied the greats first of all, and I started with the Beatles. So the Beatles and the songwriting and the emotion and the shit like that, not like I want to hold your hand type shit. Like when they was like really Beatling, for songwriting and touching like John Lennon being able to write words that make you cry and shit like that. Um, Jimi
Imagine.
Hendrix, yeah, Jimi Hendrix taught me how to play guitar. That's how I learned. I never took a lesson. I play left-handed upside down. I don't flip the strings. I just play it. Jimmy, Prince. I love Michael Jackson, so he influences my vocals. Marvin
Man, it's
Gaye, Bob Marley.
Marvin Gaye is probably my favorite. Go ahead. Bob Marley, yeah.
Bob Marley. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah.
Steely Dan, Rolling Stones. Like I like a lot of just R. Kelly. When it comes to writing too, I studied R Kelly and Neo, not Neo really, even though he's a dope songwriter, not really but The Dream also.
Yeah.
I had all these moments where I could like take time to like pick the songwriting apart, and then what I do is like I'm always gonna be me, but I take the best of what I like and I put that in me. I put that in my music. So if you listen or when you listen to a whole song of mine, you'll hear like all those influences in one song. I'm sure you will in all of them. Like you'll hear Bob Marley in an R&B song that I wrote. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere you can feel like a little Irie, in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put everything, and that's what I think good music is and should be. It should be like all the good that you know about music. You should do that in your music so that people feel good when they hear your music.
Man, you up on Led Zeppelin?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
I think Jimmy
Of course.
Page
They
was
didn't
on the
really influence
string.
me though. Even though they're a great group, a great
Yeah.
band, they never
Yeah.
really influenced me. Even though I play, you need Kool-Aid, baby,
Yeah.
I'm not fool.
Yeah, and the guitar, and they was good. They was good with the strings too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I did all of that. Like I do all of that. But with the people who touch my heart, though, they're the people that I name. People who touch my music, and when I have songs that you be like, I hear Marvin in that, or you hear songs like that sound like Red Hot Chili Peppers, or you hear songs you're like, oh, that sounds some Beatles shit. Like I got all those because I take all that good and then I play uninhibited. Like I said, I stay open to whatever I'm receiving, and sometimes it comes out like Lenny Kravitz. You know what I'm saying? And,
When,
and I'll be like,
when
that's what that is.
you mentioned Jimi Hendrix, and yeah, that was coming up next. He's done this often. Got us to the perfect segue.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix
So,
played the guitar upside down.
That's what he said he did. He did the same thing.
Yeah.
That's how I play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just it's crazy he brought the segue here.
Yes.
And I knew
Perfect.
he played upside down. This is why I had this question laid out like this. But it's funny that he brought it right into when it was coming. So Jimmy played the guitar upside down. How can this happen, and how does this affect the sound?
That's great. That's a great question. I think it happens out of necessity for me. I had to play. Like I went through a point in my like late teen, early 20s where it's almost emo, what they call it, emo.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really just me being kind of depressed and like growing and leveling up, and just in a different space. And all I had was a guitar for some reason. Like I got that guitar when I was like 11, right? And then I put it in a closet. I played it for some while. I put it in the guitar and I put it in the closet. I picked it up, started playing it, and then I became attached to it. I would fall asleep with the guitar, wake up playing it. I'm literally fall asleep. The guitar's in the bed with me. Like it was just out of necessity because I was able to like express myself without words and make the guitar cry and shit like that. Like, and all that kind of shit. Like I was understanding. I just understood it. And me being able to play left-handed was easy for me because Jimmy played left-handed. So for somebody who didn't need to do it, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have money for lessons or anything, and then to flip the strings and then learn again. I was like, fuck that. I tried. I did try. If you want that, I did try to flip the strings once, and I was like, no, why? You know, it's hard to do at this point, you know. So
Yeah. Might as well just learn it this way. Jimmy did it, and he's
might
probably
as
the
well
greatest
keep
ever.
doing what I'm doing.
Right.
And keep it going like this. I'm doing just fine this way, you know, and I'm blowing minds this way too, to be honest, you know. Go on Guitar Center and you play the guitar upside down. The people who work there are like, what the fuck? You know what
Yeah,
I'm
brother
saying? So,
Wordsmith, he's a lefty too, man.
oh yeah, so he already know the specialities. He know
Yeah,
the
they
lefty privileges.
they just can't shoot spot up jump shots historically. It's not any lefty jump shot. They're just
Hey,
going to the
I play
bucket.
tennis though, so
I was
I don't play
floater. I
ball. I
was,
play
you
tennis.
know, I
Yeah.
floated and you know, finger rolled it.
Dominating.
Y'all,
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
can y'all
yeah,
get out my path?
yeah. I was not like a stand up shooter. No, I wasn't. That's for sure.
How do you think the vibrations and harmonics of a guitar influence our inner emotional landscape, and alter our state of consciousness?
Hey. I'm
Wait a
sorry.
minute. It's okay.
Emotional landscape, say again.
How do you think the vibrations and harmonics of a guitar influence our inner emotional landscape and alter our state of consciousness?
Oh man, you said our inner emotional landscapes, right?
Yeah.
So when you think of yourself as the earth, you know, when you're one with the earth, so if I'm playing an acoustic guitar in the park by some trees,
Uh-huh.
you know, so what it's gonna do for me and them trees
Uh-huh.
is gonna release. It's gonna release. I don't know what it's releasing. It's releasing something though. You know, it's something like it's like playing at the lake, playing at the water. You know,
Uh-huh.
when you're strumming and everything's perfect and everything's in tune and you can just hear that and that's it. I think that's healing, you know what I'm saying? So honestly, music should be something that heals you, you know. It should be, and that's the state of the. I know a lot of the new artists too, personally, but I know they understand the power behind the music, the energy behind the music, but I don't think they understand the effect of the power that's behind the music.
It seems like when they do, they end up either in jail or dead. What's his name? Extinction.
Yeah,
R.
yeah.
Kelly
Yeah,
started changing the vibration because it was all good when he was
yeah.
doing what
I
he was
mean,
doing allegedly, and he was talking
it
about
certainly is.
right, right. But when he started
Juice
saying, "I
World.
believe I could fly," and you know,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Lil
So they
Durk
caught him
started
on what they
becoming
caught him
Even
Muslim.
on.
lesser, Juice World.
Juice World, yeah, yeah.
Juice, man. But and you know what? So another thing that people don't think about is what it does to you when you become an influencer of the world, the population, like a big part of the masses, you know, and you have this like power in your hands, but somebody's kind of controlling you too, and
Mm-hmm.
they're egging you on to do these things. They're
Mm-hmm.
calling you to
Yeah.
not do these things, and this is what selling your soul is all about. This is what
Mm-hmm.
giving a piece
Yeah,
of yourself away is about. Little by little or lot by lot, however you give it away, you give it bullshit. You give it away. You know what I'm saying?
thanks.
And that's what they don't know when they sign on the dotted line. You know, if they're not spiritual. So we're gonna start to the question that was asked earlier on. You know, you have to start with spirituality
Yeah,
before you can navigate properly through any of this shit. You know, because if you don't have an anchor that's based on uh, a perfect balance, a God, something that you can relate to, that can give you, you know, you need something to walk with, you know, and it's gonna be a lot of trials and nobody's perfect, know that. But when you put your bid in and when you put your seasoning into the pot or you drop your coin in or whatever it is, just make it blessed, man. So when you do music, you should make it blessed. Make it blessed, you know.
Man.
And if you're gonna talk about the shit on the street, talk about how to get out of it. Talk about how you see a way out. Talk about how it's not good to do it. Talk about, you know, you can do the same thing. You can switch a couple words and it'll change the whole thought, you know, behind the words.
Well, this is why stories originally written always had a happy ending. Uh, Whenever you're creating anything, you're putting it into the ether, the Akashic record, right? So, you know, the words you use, it goes into a forever and forever record, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is important to just make everything I think for the good ultimately. Question for you though. grade the current state of our music culture.
Ooh, a grade of, oh my God, failing. Like it doesn't get a passing grade for me. I'm sorry. Everybody's going crazy. Like, no, it makes no sense. The whole classroom is acting up. Like the substitute teacher is not even in the room. Like, you know what I'm
Ran out of
saying?
there like, hey, wait a minute.
The principal's in the car eating McDonald's. Like,
Your
you know what I'm saying?
your grandfather signed the textbook you're still using. Like, man,
Yeah,
grandson,
yeah.
I signed that book, man. Like,
And I said, wait, textbook? What?
yeah,
What's that? Like, that's not even there. There ain't no papers and pencils. Like,
yeah,
no, it's messed up. It's
yeah.
messed up. You know, it's their drugs party. It's a club. It's everybody's, you know, and guess what? Some people in the club throwing up. Some people in the club sick. Some people, you know what I mean? And everybody's
Mm-hmm.
still partying like it's still a goddamn party when it's a real tragedy going on, to be honest. You know, we need to pay attention to it. And I understand having a good time and, you know, having some shit we can all, you know, turn up to respectfully, you know what I'm saying? But I always think biblically, to be honest. I always think about the beginning while I'm in where I'm in the middle, where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know about that, you don't even know where you are in the situation. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of these youngins don't know where they at in the situation. They're just in the situation, not understanding they're playing a part. You know, that they can change too at
A
any
lot of
point.
this is the responsibility. I'm gonna lay it
You got a
on.
slide?
I'm gonna lay some of the
You
response.
do gotta leave this. How long you got? Couple minutes.
I'm gonna lay some of the responsibility on the DJs too, bro. Because when people come together to party at a nightclub or whatever, they should be playing the songs that unify as opposed to the ones that's gonna make everybody pull out their blicks and start shooting.
Exactly.
If you want to
Exactly.
listen to that on your way here and when you leave, that's cool. But we're not playing that music over here. We're playing the songs that unify and talk about culture building. You know.
Yes, and generate good energy and well being and all that. Because when you come to me to get a tat, you think I'm playing drill music? Not drill. You know, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that, bro, because that just creates another vibe, you know. And just fortunately, I don't. Most of my clients, they don't even really gravitate towards me, but I do have young clients too. And when they be like, "Yo, can I?" I'll be like, "No, you better listen to some Tina Marie."
All right.
You need to come to Ancestor Echoes, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta put them on. I'm telling you, Ancestor Echoes, Midwest Festivals presents, and you know, Ancestral Echoes. You need to come there because you're so fit in. Oh man.
All right. So hey bro, I just want to get through this esoteric stuff and we can get you out of here. All right.
Oh, it's
Billion.
no. I'm sorry. It's like somebody something, but I'm enjoying myself right here. So all good.
Okay, all right. $1 billion question, bro. $1 billion question for you. All right. Suppose you got offered 1 billion tax-free dollars, but when you wake up tomorrow, you're gonna be 10 years older. Nobody else is older but you. You're not skipping 10 years. You just roll out of bed tomorrow. You look older, you feel older, but you look in your account, you got an extra 1 billion. So you got 1 billion, $75 and you know what I'm saying? Whatever else.
Whatever had
Yeah.
changed
Yeah.
before the Billy hit.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not negative no more. All right. Well, cool.
Right. I had $35 when I first hit. So Billy 35.
Let me pull that 35 out.
Yeah, right quick. This is a trick.
All right, but do you shake hands and take the deal because the billionaire is gonna be younger?
You said the billionaire is gonna be what?
Younger. That's why the billionaire is giving you the money. They're getting younger. You're getting older. But you're getting 1
10
billion
years.
tax free.
For Billy, huh?
Yep.
I got it now, huh?
Yeah, you're having the money at midnight and you'll wake
Got
up.
it now.
Yeah.
I just jumped in. My kids jumped in. A lot
No,
of things have
nobody
changed.
else. Nobody else jumped.
Just
nothing.
nobody else changed. Just me.
Just you.
Now it's turning into a Black Mirror episode.
You got a genius.
You could put that money
What do I do?
Yeah.
Do you take the deal?
Yeah. Do you take the
Do I
deal?
take the deal?
Or do you turn your nose up at the money and say,
no, I'll wake up tomorrow with $35 in my account.
Right. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow
You know what?
$-73.
I'm gonna give you my honest truth. my real truth right now. With all the work that I've put in, and the children's that I have here right now, I take the bill.
Yeah, 100%.
I take the bill.
100%.
I'm sorry.
I mean, don't be
I
sorry.
take the billy.
100%. Surprised it took
I
you
take
so
the
long.
billy. You know what I do? Well, see,
Don't
now
be
that's a
sorry.
part two to that billy. Huh? That's the part two to that billy. No, I'm sorry for anyone who ain't getting no money from me getting that bill. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
anyone who can't talk to me no more.
Yeah, you got the bill.
Now I'm a
Hey, but
No,
look, but yeah, it's like most people take the money, like 7 out of 10 take the money,
I
bro.
know what I would do with the money though.
What'd you do with it?
That's why nobody offered me a bill for waking up. What would I do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's the structure, man. First you gotta start with the structure. We talked about that first of all, just with like just the plans of organizations where there's a place to go now to learn, where there's a place to learn how to farm, where there's a place to learn science without the credentials that they required before. Just you wanting to know and learn, and we have people we gonna pay them to show you, So it would, we gonna change the minds, for with a bill, and I'm only 10
Yeah.
years older, bro.
Tax
I'm
free.
still doing
Tax free.
Institutions.
I'm still doing backflips out here. You know what I'm
Tax
saying? I'm
free.
still doing backflips, bro. I'm still
All
driving
right.
fast cars out here. I'm still if I want.
Yeah.
But I'm also building, and I can do a lot for the world with that, bro. Especially with knowing what I know.
Institutions, bro. Institutions.
Huh?
I say institutions that could be the foundation and fabric of the planet. Yep.
Yo, so it's not a means to an end, but it would be me being able to bring my thoughts and my help into fruition. It would be me being able to actually touch down and do shit. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And for that, I would sacrifice 10 years.
You know what I would do? I would go
people.
to the community that's the reddest in Chicago, meaning the most poverty stricken and crime ridden, right? I'd approach all of those families that's renting those apartments, right? And I say, look at here. I'm gonna pay off all your bank bills. We're gonna get your credit good. And I'm gonna say, look at here. Y'all are all now owners of these raggedy apartments. But don't worry, just stick it out. You're gonna be paying the mortgage. We ain't gonna fix all this up yet. We just got to get enough of y'all up in here, get everybody straight. Once y'all
It
get
don't
straight,
sound right already, man.
what
I
I'm
don't know
saying
about
is we're gonna gentrify our own community.
our own community.
So now we're gonna fix those buildings up. They own them. Now the property value goes up.
Yeah,
Now
we got
other
a billy, though.
people,
We're gonna fix them up right away.
well, yeah, I guess you can.
We
I guess
fix them up right away. Yeah, we fix them up right away, man. Because the money coming back as soon as we fix them up and we get them inspected.
You can.
We already went
But
up.
a red flag will go up because they like somebody over here in the community trying to do good.
With a billion?
Yeah, no, they're gonna be like somebody in the community trying to do good. You got to get all the
I'll be like this,
paperwork
hey,
straight.
it's me, the nigga who gave up 10 years. The nigga with the gray hair and the gray dreads. It's me, nigga. Leave us alone.
All right. All right. We're gonna go to the time machine. Time machine, bro. Suppose you're 9 years old, bro. You're 9 years old. You're sitting there. It's your birthday, and they say make a wish, blow out the candle. Right? You make a wish that you want to see your adult self. Right? So you make that wish. You blow out the candles. Time freezes for everyone around you. But now you are brought back to your 9-year-old self. What would you tell your 9-year-old self?
I would tell my 9-year-old self to keep going and not be afraid to shine and be different.
Ever seen an alien or a UFO?
Yes.
Ever experienced anything paranormal, a miracle, or anything supernatural?
When you say miracle, it's supernatural. There are so many little miracles and supernatural things that happen every day that we probably don't think as supernatural miracles, but I do. So yes.
I agree, man. You mentioned awareness earlier. I agree 100%. And speaking of that, what's your tombstone message for humanity? For mine, it's meditate daily. What's your message for humanity?
My message for humanity without a tombstone would be to trust your inner light. Trust your inner light. Would be my message.
Okay. Okay. All right. Magic box question. You're getting the amended version. All right. All right. Magic box question. Suppose a person that you can't see living without, right? They're suffering from, a debilitating disease. It's bringing a lot of pain. And then suppose Brother Wordsmith gave you a box and he said, well, if you push the button, this person will be immediately healed, no more pain, but you will now suffer the same affliction that that person suffered from. Do you push the button?
No. And I do have a person like that. It's the person that gave me my first guitar, and I have his last guitar. And he went through that, and I was there through that, and he wouldn't want me to do that. So I
100%. What's the meaning of life?
The meaning of life, to make it short, is to the meaning is a deep shit, but the meaning of life is to learn to love and accept. Love and acceptance. Love and acceptance. Love and acceptance. If we just had that, we'd be okay.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Rellyone, Ink, Think, Song, and Act Community and Consciousness with Rellyone 1715.
I don't know where that came from. That's one of my other emails or something. What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's your YouTube channel. That's what it
Okay.
is. So your name is
all right, cool.
so your name is
I'll get it.
Relly. Yeah, it's your YouTube channel with the
Any
music. So
messages for
somebody,
me, I will get them.
yeah, somebody got all your music up there, bro.
Yeah,
it says
I'll get it.
Rellyone, so I mean,
I'll get it. I had to, yeah.
I got to get my people on that.
Yeah, we got to get them
yeah,
on that.
No. Yeah, no, for sure. No, it's good. It's
all
good.
Right, bro.
I was familiar to me. It was familiar to me. So I was like, all right, let me go check my other joints. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we got a quick game. We got a quick game, bro. We want to roll with you, man.
All right.
I'm
doing something, man. Hold on.
Quick game, bro. And then we can get you out of here or wrap it up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because, all right, hold on. Quick game.
Some people own you.
Playlist.
I'm ready.
I know you good.
Copyright disclaimer
Hold on.
under section 107.
All right. Let me cut that down. All right, so you're gonna be on a timer, bro. Gotcha. This one's called the Self Love Arc. So we're gonna throw a pair of items. You're gonna get 2 items, and you gotta choose the lesser of 2 evils, if that's what it comes down to.
Lesser of 2 evils. Okay.
Yeah, it could be the greater of 2 greats. But
well, shit. The one I like or the one I don't like?
Yeah, you want to choose the one you like the most out of the bad choices.
All right, got you.
Right?
Yeah,
it could be like Cools or Newport.
Well, let me see. I might not know.
Now you could pass.
I don't like either of those.
You could pass, then you could pass.
I have to pass. I don't
but
like
if
either
you pass,
I'm on my way out.
But if you pass more than twice, you lose. After this, you finish. All right.
Go ahead.
All right. Here we go.
You're a winner.
Aliens exist. Aliens are cap.
Aliens exist.
Harold's Fried Chicken Coop or Uncle Remus?
Harold's.
Man has walked on the moon. The moon landing is cap.
Cap.
Flat Earth, round Earth.
Ooh, that's a pass.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
The Chicago Bears will win 9 or more games, or the Bears will win 8 or less games.
Less, man.
Anarchy or tyranny?
Anarchy.
All right. Carjacking, Kia stealing, Hyundai carjacking, running up on you at the ATM, Pookie, or the policeman who doesn't follow his oath and takes advantage of using the badge.
30 Denzel. Huh.
Pookie or oath breaking 12?
I ain't Pookie.
He went with Pookie?
I just answered. I'm not Pookie.
Damn, he taking the dirty.
I'm a dirty cop. I'm Denzel in the movie.
All right. He going with 12. All right. The College Dropout album or Illmatic?
College Dropout.
Are we living in a simulation or base reality?
Simulation.
B.I.G. or Tupac?
Gotta go Pop.
Would you rather win a Grammy Award or an Oscar first?
That's a good one. I got an Emmy already. I'm glad you threw that in there. I like a Grammy.
Grammy. Okay. Triple bonus. $15 million tax free or a lifetime happily ever after with your soulmate?
I'll take the happily ever after with my soulmate.
Quadruple bonus. Unprecedented. Free Arkells, free to diddler. You still got a pass.
I already got a pass, don't I?
You
still got one left.
You still got one pass left, or you can.
Well, I would rather, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with this whole thing. I would rather free R. Kelly than free the diddler.
Yeah, at least he's an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least he's an
I'd
artist.
rather free that creative person than that devil.
Oh.
All right. I think we got it all in, bro. Anything you wanted to add? Because I know you got to pull up, bro. But anything you know?
Nah, man. I appreciate it, man. It was dope.
Same.
Yeah. I hope I didn't say nothing too crazy.
Nah, anything you promoting? Anything next?
I'm just promoting peace. I'm promoting Rellyone. I'm promoting love. I'm promoting my new music. I'm out here doing new music right now. I don't even know the name of the album yet, but just look for me. And if you don't know the old shit, go know the old shit. Rellyone, Rellyone. Everything on all them platforms, all the social media, same thing. Rellyone. It's Rellyone sometimes too, though. That came from the graffiti background. Appreciate y'all,
that's
man.
what I'm saying. It really won.
Yeah.
Rellyone.
But when people talk to me and they know it's Rellyone or Relly, so Rellyone is you know it's graffiti. It's when I whip out the spray can.
Hip hop.
Yeah, really.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate y'all, man, so much, man. I like to come back, man, because we got more to talk about. Because I got questions, man. Because I know wordsmith from somewhere.
Yeah.
I've probably been in the studio back in the day, man.
Well, welcome to the give back gang. We don't get back, we give back to the community.
Give back. I like that. I'm definitely with the give back gang, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to go to a screening right now for a documentary, man. Look for the upcoming George Daniels documentary too. Look for the upcoming, Uncle George. Yeah, upcoming documentary. My man Chef Sean put that together. Chef Sean got a new album coming out too. Yeah, we working. Everybody working though.
Oh man, we gotta build.
Everybody working, man. My man Chef working, man. Got so much work. Great work. Represent Chicago so lovely. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
I need to get in tune because I'm not sure.
Well,
so
we got all the info, Chef. Look, Chef, you chefing? Look, hey, Chef, come me right here, Chef. He said, nah. Chef. Look, that was Chef Sean. The new album. What's the new album?
It's called The Way Up.
The way up.
The way up.
Chef Sean.
It's coming soon. Coming soon.
Heavy.
The single right now. One of the singles is
No Name.
Serving the Bass, and I got No Name featuring Jeremiah pumping right now.
Yes,
No
sir.
doubt.
All right. Yeah.
Yes, sir. No Name featuring Jeremiah. Chef Sean.
Jeremiah from Shy, ain't he?
Yeah. It's a Chi-Town thing, baby. We just in
Yeah.
LA right now.
No doubt. That's how it
We
go
just in
down.
LA right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. I feel you on that. Yeah, I understand.
Let's put it all together, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna go check out the screening from another. Put on my cowboy hat, man. We out of here.
Hey,
respect.
yeah, bro, and you always welcome, bro.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Anytime
you
y'all want
did.
to sit me down, man, and talk about it, let's do it. I'm with it.
Anytime you want to talk about it, let's do it.
I'll let y'all know.
Know what I mean?
Pass the info, man. Get with me, Wordsmith, man. I tell you, man. I know you, man. We already.
Yeah, I know you too. Cause
Yeah.
really, with your mom, when I saw them pictures, that shit touched like. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, let's put it together,
I worked
man.
with. We'll put it together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
let's put it
over East guys. Y'all, yeah, over East.
Yes, sir. Leave us alone. We good.
Hey, all right, brother.
I'm about Father's love, man.
Peace and blessings, my brother.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah. That was magnanimous, bro. Magnanimous.
Incredible. That really was consciousness expansion. It was a whole lot of yes. So
Whole lot of synchronicity
and confirmation.
Yeah,
that was like, yeah, synchronicity. Yes, confirmation. Yes, exactly. It was like, yeah, like, wow.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He said what I was thinking.
Yeah,
a lot of the times, not all the times, of course, but
but I feel that wasn't any
yes.
need to really push back, and a lot of the questions weren't even necessary to be asked because he already addressed them. Yeah,
yeah, it was, yeah,
that was magnanimous, really magnanimous. Yeah. All right, man. Let's get to the poll results, bro, because I tend to forget stuff. The poll results here. All right, y'all. So the poll question is, where would you prefer to raise your little ones? Chicago, LA, New York, or unsure? And everyone, well, which one did you vote, Brother Wordsmith?
Well, I mean, once you say everyone,
yeah,
it makes it extremely obvious that So I understood that when you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
And I spoke on that. Yeah, most of our viewership is from the Chicago area, and I don't know if they grow up somewhere else and go somewhere else and be like, yeah, I'd rather raise my children here. I don't know.
Yeah, so everyone said Chicago. I'm in agreement. Out of those cities, to raise children, Chicago.
Absolutely.
All right. The views expressed in today's pod are those of the hosts and guests and are not necessarily reflective of TATN.
Or any of our affiliates, because, a lot of stuff can be said on the Self Luv Show that could be deemed offensive for some reason or whatever, but it's not why we do this. We don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah.
And so you can't hold a mistake by one of us.
We don't intend to offend.
Right. And we can't hold a mistake from one of us harming the whole situation, because TATN is about truth, justice, and
the disclaimer said it all.
Yes.
As we wrap up tonight's episode of the Self Luv Show, we reflect on the profound journey we've embarked upon, a journey that traverses the creative landscape of ink artistry, the soulful allure of the guitar, and the transformative power of acting. Each artistic medium can serve as a gateway into deeper realms of human consciousness, inviting us to delve into our inner narratives and discover how art mirrors and molds our very being. Our conversation, enriched by the insightful contributions of our guest, Rellyone, has become a mosaic of expressive practices and thoughtful reflections. From dissecting the symbolism behind each tattoo to exploring the harmonics of guitar and the immersive realm of performance, we uncovered how each form of creative expression can unlock layers of emotion, drive introspection, and ultimately transform our inner worlds. Thank you for joining us in this exploration. As you step into your own creative endeavors, may you continue to harness the power of art to challenge, inspire, and transform not just your external expression, but your inner sense of self as well. Until next time, keep questioning everything, keep expressing, and let every artistic moment be a testament to the boundless interplay between art and consciousness. Stay curious, stay informed, stay aware, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. Also, love yourself and others around you. Remember, ask not what culture can do for you, but what you can do for culture. Silence is violence. Continue to question everything. The Self Love Show ain't cancer's Toto. Peer down those rabbit holes. Do your own research, but use caution and discernment, because sometimes when you stare into the abyss, well, the abyss is going to stare right back at you. Peace, self-love, honor, and respect. Big ups to Midwest Festivals presents Ancestral Echoes. That link is pinned in the chat. It's a glamping festival. Okay. Overnight. Pull up. Bella B Designs 365 at gmail.com. And Gym Recovery. We'll have the updated number, the correct number to you very soon here.
Very soon.
He texted me the number and I copied from the text. I thought I did.
Well,
and dropped it right into.
You might have, but I just know what happened. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's 100% sure. Because I just know it was reported to me, and then I didn't remember, and got so much going on out there.
And why was it reported to you?
It was a whole lot of nonsense along with it. That's why I didn't remember it, because it was a part of a trash flow of information that I didn't want anything to do with. And I said, hey, I remember, please don't send me this. I don't care about that. I think what you're talking about is, I didn't even go through all that. I said, don't send me that. So that's how it.
Well, what happened was, on that thread we're on, everyone just started ignoring his overtures. So I think he started digging deep. Let me start sending him to Tori.
He can't
spam Tori in a long time.
No. One group of messages. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
I got caught up. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh man.
No 5 texts in a row. No, I don't. Please don't send me that, because
he's a good kid.
Yeah, he is, but I don't want that information from him. I don't want the, for lack of a better term, my
spam,
open enemy information put into my consciousness.
All day, every day. All right, here's today's riddle. I'm born when you act, whispered when you think, cast an ink on skin in each musical link. I dance through your words, fuel each performance with fire. What creative force fuels your soul's deepest desire? Anyone? Eddie C said, yo, just saw that. Eddie C, Bo. What up? All right. All right. The answer they're looking for there, Jim, is art. Art out there, Jim.
Yeah. that's I said inspiration and art fits.
Yeah, he did say inspiration. I just caught that. Yeah. I would have gave you a hint. I meant to give you a hint. It's one of the Beta Noob's first name.
No.
Job dead gorgeous. Yeah.
Oh,
oh, the stories they tell. Yeah, we all used to go watch.
Oh no. That was who was telling. So that is telling.
Watch him take off his robe. All right, let's move past this. All right. Next week, we got filmmaker, producer Jamie Burton O'Ary. Okay. Yeah. We gotta go ahead, bro.
I know that I know my partner in life and crime is 9 Mills is base reality, but it's a simulation and it's all moving towards our inspiration to provide the best and perfect information for our summation of why we even doing this. And it's all lining up. I love it.
I can't argue with that. Next week. Lou Squads?
Hey man, you got smoke?
Lou Squads?
Look, you don't gotta keep calling the cops on me. I'll be working again soon.
Oh wow.
Go.
Wow.
Lou Squad?
No, I didn't. What I did was I broke up a fight, but that's what y'all are harassing me for? A Lucy?
Yeah. She's produced a lot of stuff, but that's the latest. It's gonna be a short, the short film about Eric Garner.
No doubt. That's dope.
Yeah, bro. So that's what we're working on for next week.
Awesome. Amazing.
And then Sunday, as always, we got Spotty Tricks. All right.
It's going down.
Yeah, you can pull up.
The draft is this week, right?
Yeah, Thursday. So it's an open panel. Yeah, you can pull up and talk about how Ryan Poles pissed you off this year again.
You can be careful because if you pull up there, it's no holds barred. The Self Luv Show is no debate, but you better be able to carry your weight. If you fucking around, you can be clowned.
That's right. 100%. 100,000,000%. And that brings us to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's this brother Wordsmiths. It's going to summarize today's shebang here. Right off the rip. Wordsmiths. Final consciousness. Words out there into the Akashic record, out there.
Yeah. I look within and I really dig deep. Self Love Show, man, is a reap of what we stole. Everything we did, the path we showed. And I suppose y'all ever never know the things we went through, conversations we chose to have to expand consciousness. Some could feel the wrath, because never anyone would understand the half. But even though that's true, we had a real one, Rellyone, man, he spoke true to the spirit of what I know, how we were born to do. It was like a breath of fresh air to understand a perspective so rare and in tune with how we need to move and rezone. Expansion, not putting perfume on something that we exhume. Because it seems like mostly we explore our waste. And that's now how I feel we should display, or what I want to taste. But Rellyone, all the same person that explores expansion and filling, so we can expand our whole situation. It's moving in the right direction. Words.
Word to my words. And man, that to the concert record at the end of that. Word. You can be up there talking to God. Oh, that's it. That's 9 Mills. Yeah, that's it. Word.
Already written. Before you, 9 Mills even existed. Because you've been here a lot of times doing a whole lot of things. Moved all of this in the right direction. So
they say, let it be written, so it is written, so it is done.
Period.
The time is now, my people. We must stand together.
I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. The wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Man, know thyself. I will eat the right foods that I grow myself. Cause the wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else. Yo, here I go
Bullets.
again, the code and all the scriptures, potions and elixirs.
Come on, Karen. Bullets, a boomerang.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah, well, an eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something, say something.
You want to be a slave? Vibrate greed. Ego. Fear. That's how they make you a slave. You end up in prison.
Okay. I know for sure, charity plus humility times love is freedom.
That's how you get out. Do not answer questions.
Question everything.
We've got two who can see.
Fear is cap. It's an illusion.
Yeah. Vibrate love.
See if you can hear it. You never die when you breathe in the Holy Spirit. Swine ain't divine, the people they won't go near it. Salad bar, spit a natural average hard here to bring you back to God. Said it just like Master Far sent you. The end ain't always happy.
And forgiveness is love's supreme vibration.
So, do something charitable for a so-called enemy and end a beef.
Healthy people, heal thy people. That's a commandment.
Yeah, 'cause hurt people, for sure, gonna try to hurt people.
Free Larry Hoover, man, like Big Meech.
Free Jeff Ford.
Free all the guys, man.
Prison to slavery.
Check that 13th Amendment if you don't believe him. And be Yah. Walk on water.
Man. Move mountains.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir. Week by week, that mountain is getting weak. It's moving. Look at it.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bones.
Still got them, bro.
Got mine.
Same, man. Stop snitching on y'allself. Take school serious.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.